final of the ultimate game coming to you live from the Stadium of Life. This is going to be a classic clash between the giants of the universe, Lucifer's Legion, versus God's creation. In last millennium's game, Lucifer's Legion versus Almighty's angels, Lucifer's team were brought down to earth in a crushing defeat. But now they're back from the fall from grace to challenge the Almighty once again, and this is shaping up to be the game of the centuries, the ultimate game. I'm Quinn Keith, and I'll be joined by Murray Dorkey and Mike Cliche in a few moments. Stay tuned as we get ready for this exciting finale. Well, welcome back everybody. We're poised to start the game, but we have a few moments to let you know some of the background of the teams. But first, to look at the stadium. Murray.
Yes, Quinn. Look, this is brand new Stadium Earth, which was created by the Celestial Rugby Union. It can hold several billion people if managed properly. It is temperature controlled, solar powered, and fully self-contained. It is the original Eden Park, my friend. The perfect setting for a showdown with Legion and creation.
Well, it certainly is spectacular. Now, Mike, can you give us a bit of a rundown on the players in Lucifer's Legions?
Yes, certainly. Well, as we all know, the captain is old hairy legs himself. No surprises there, but when the play gets rough, I'm sure he'll be sending in others to do his dirty work. We've got a strong lineup there: temptation, original sin, human nature, and disobedience. God's players have been given free will, which could be a downside up against those four. Other players include the Philistines, Egyptians and Babylonians, all with a history of taking the ball captive. But of course the Deadly Seven will be making a showing. Greed will hog the ball, envy will get it off him, gluttony will be eating up the field. However, sloth and pride will probably let the side down.
And accompanying this impressive display of strength will be the usual dictators, deceivers, temptresses, turncoats, false prophets, betrayers, backstabbers and bank managers. Now, going to God's creation team, it's quite a mixed bag, isn't it, Murray?
Well, yes, it is, Quinn. And look, I'm not so sure about this team, to tell you the truth. Apart from Jesus of Nazareth, who is a close relation of God's, some of the players have checkered careers, to say the least, and it's not apparent why he's chosen this team. To be sure, some are strong, but they can be somewhat distractors, such as who we got here, Samson from Israel. There's some steady players like Enoch, Joshua, Job, Daniel and Isaiah.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a few wild cards in there as well, the likes of Moses, David, Jonah and Saul. He has a tight 12 in there who have unlikely credentials as well. But of course there's also some good old reliable ones, such as Peter, Paul and Mary, of course. The God squad today will be sporting a uniform consisting of humility, perseverance, wisdom with a band of faith, all woven together with love.
Okay, well, the game is about to begin. We've just had the anthem sung for Lucifer's Legions. It was a rendition of Bad to the Bone by George, thoroughly out of tune. And for God's creation, of course, Amazing Grace, sung by the a cappella group Perfect Pitch, backed up by the heavenly host, who will also be singing at the beginning of the second half.
And there's the whistle. Game is on.
Off to a good start. Perfect play. Right in the first moments, God created a world first.
Adam and Eve looking comfortable on the field at Eden Park.
The opposition is looking for a weakness. Eve's looking a bit doubtful now. She's hesitating and... oh, she's fumbled the ball! Right at the start, giving Lucifer the advantage.
Now Adam is down. Now that looks like a penalty. Let's see the replay. Yes, there's the fall. Penalty award to the opposition. And they have kicked right between the goalposts, negating that great start by God's creation.
Indeed.
But now the ref calls a foul. And Lucifer, and he awards a penalty to God's team. Opposition doesn't have a leg to stand on at that point.
Now play continues and the home team look very able, but he's getting a caning from the opposition.
The creation team started well, but they're beginning to fall apart and lose the plot completely. Legion has the possession of the ball most of the time.
Look, it's starting to rain out there and the field's turning into a bit of a swamp. Looks like Noah's being brought onto the field, replacing Enoch, who has been, the best player so far.
Yes. Yeah, but Noah's used to playing in wet conditions.
True.
The ball's gone into touch, so we'll have a 2-by-2 line-out, and creation has the ball, and the opposition is absolutely deluged as God scores a try that temporarily wipes them out.
Oh, for goodness sake. It looks like Noah's adrift a bit here, but hang on a minute. No, I think he's found a bit of dry ground to take advantage of.
That was some good play by creation, but the Legion is mounting a towering defence. This is a real challenge to God's team. They could score from this point, and it looks as if nothing can stop them.
Oh, you should hear the language on the field, man.
Well, it looks like they're pretty confused all of a sudden. Advantage back to God. Here's Abraham running the ball up the field. He's a player full of promise.
Oh, now they've pushed back a lot.
Yes, quite a lot of opposition there, but God has destroyed the opposition with a fiery try that rubs salt into their wounds.
Isaac has now got the ball and is running blindly, flanked by Jacob and Esau.
And what's Jacob doing, man? He's playing in Esau's position. That's going to set them back a bit, man.
Jacob passes to Joseph. Joseph has no one to pass to. He's got no support from his players. Potiphar's wife makes a pass at Joseph. He tries to head her off, but the ref rewards a foul, and he's been sin-binned. Now, that was completely unfair.
Yes, indeed. We're just trying to interpret what happened there. It looks like a minor setback as Joseph is back on the field and stronger than before, and has the opposition on the run.
Looks like now Pharaoh's on the field. He's really making the Israelite defence work hard. They're slaving away to keep up with the play, but it's no good.
But it looks like a rising star, Moses, has thrown down the challenge.
Now Moses, he's a player that has come a long way. He was a bit of a basket case at the beginning, but he's on holy ground now.
Yes, indeed.
He's bugging the opposition, uses real bugs, plaguing them all the way.
It's a bit of a bloodbath out there. Ref calls a scrum. Ball to creation team. The ball's released and passed over, and they're away.
Oh, that's a great run, but now they're cornered. There's no way out.
No, suddenly a gap's opened up. Moses leads the charge, and they're through and over the try line, leaving the opposition all washed up.
Look, after such a good try, Moses' crew have foundered and are deserting in all directions. He's trying to rally them, but they're causing him a real headache out there. He steps off the field to take a couple of tablets. He's reading the riot act to the team, really laying down the law.
Now, it looks like Joshua is captaining the team at this point. He's trying to set up a concerted attack, but the team is very reluctant to follow him. I don't know why. They're worried about the size of the opposition, so they're still wandering about in the wilderness.
Well, it looks like finally Joshua is getting them together. Facing off against a wall of defence, Lucifer's star player Jericho is keeping them at bay. Looks like no way they can get through there, but look, there goes a shout, and the defence is tumbling down. Joshua and company are all over them, pressing in for a try.
Well, the victory sets the scene for them to settle down a bit and get on to a good game, judging from that.
Well, here we go, continuing with play, and Ehud passes to Deborah. She passes to Gideon, Gideon to Jai, Jai to Jephthah.
And now it's out to Samson, the guy with the hair. He's strong and he's fast.
And he scores again and again.
Lucifer's desperate to bring him down. Delilah is whittling away at his defence. He gets cut off, and the Philistines have the ball. They're away up the field to even the score. Samson, he's suffering from eye gouging, and the ref awards a penalty.
Ridiculous. And it's Samson taking the kick despite being unable to see. It's unbelievable. Samson scores and the crowd is going absolutely wild. He's really brought the house down.
And as we can see, God's team is bringing in the kings now.
Now, I'm not sure that that's a wise move, really, but they are the popular choice.